It is no longer a matter of survival, but of destruction. To get to the bottom of their drug use behaviors, education combined with cognitive therapy is required. By considering the outcomes and alternatives, the brain can be taught to crave healthier behaviors and to dismiss drug cravings over time. It is possible to teach it to seek and prioritize meaningful relationships and activities, drugs, and alcohol. Abstinence, ongoing therapy, active management, cognitive reframing, and professional support can all be used to teach this. As the homelessness crisis worsened, there has been numerous attempts to regulate in Kensington encampments. Many have urged Mayor Kenny's administration to address the neighborhood's deplorable living conditions. Some people who were made homeless sought permanent housing or treatment. But the majority of the population will not leave an area where drugs were easily available. The number of people living on Kensington streets varies according to official estimates. Officials from the city's housing department estimated 300 people, while law enforcement estimated over 650 people. Housing justice advocates have pummeled the city's treatments of encampment residents in both Kensington and Center City, claiming that officials failed to provide adequate long-term housing options after closing down their living sites. Genetics, according to National Institute on Drug Abuse, accounts for roughly half of a person's likelihood of developing an addiction. As a result, environmental risk factors such as stress, trauma, abuse, the lack of education, low-income neighborhoods, and high school parties play an important role. Adolescents who use drugs are more likely to develop a drug addiction behavior because their brain is still developing. Exposing the brain to drugs during this critical period can result in long-term brain changes and an increased risk of dependency later in life. According to research, nearly 70% of adolescents who tried an illicit drug before the age of 13 develop a clinical addiction within the next 7 years. Those between the ages of 18 and 25 are also at high risk as their brains mature. fact, 9 out of 10 people who struggle with substance abuse began using before the age of 18. Science has contributed to a better understanding of how drug abuse affects people and how addiction develops over time. Researchers have been able to see how substance addiction work in the brain using imaging and other cutting-edge technology. It all starts with a long period of drug use. When a person uses drug on a regular basis, it alters the way the brain functions. Drug use becomes compulsive over time rather than recreational. These are physical changes that will occur. The brain's reward system, a primitive system that exists to ensure we seek what we need, becomes hardwired to prioritize drug use over all other activities, such as eating, sleeping, family, and academics. Homelessness continues to be a major issue in Philadelphia, notably on Kensington Avenue. In the city, approximately 5,700 people are considered homeless, with approximately 950 of them being unsheltered. In comparison to other parts of Philadelphia, this side of town has the highest concentration of homeless people. Homelessness is caused by a variety of factors, including poverty, inability to afford a place to live, and falling outside of the system, all of which makes meeting housing requirements more difficult. Sometimes mental illness plays a role. Many new people have become homeless as a result of the opioid crisis. Although the homeless population is spread throughout Philadelphia, including Center City, and across the country, Kensington Avenue has the highest number of homelessness. Being homeless or suffering from a mental illness is not a crime. It is also not illegal to sit, occupy, or sleep in public places. Law enforcement officials do not arrest homeless people because doing so reduces their chances of finding housing and raises the public sector's costs. Law enforcement officers are always looking for ways to help those in need of a place to live while also protecting the rights of residents, businesses, and visitors.